And I want you to know that this stuff is coming.
I love bookkeeping.
Hi, it's Ben Robinson, and welcome to the I Love Bookkeeping show. Now, if you listen to the very last episode, we're in our beach series right now. And the reason that I'm calling it beach series is because, as you may hear in the background, the Pacific Ocean is just beautiful, crashing waves right now. It's a beautiful day. So I just thought I would take time out because I'm down here at a mastermind, and I wanted to chat with you about some very important things. In the last episode, we talked about mastermind and why that is so important. And in this episode, I want to talk to you about innovation. Innovation in our industry. We are going to be going under the knife, so to speak, in all of the innovation that's coming our way. I learned a lot this week about strategies that people are employing, things that are going to be happening in our industry. And I know that we've talked about how to protect ourselves from artificial intelligence and the robots and aliens and all those things before. This is not just lip service. I want to mark this date. This is, as I'm recording now, early 2020. And I want you to know that this stuff is coming. And you should not see this as something that is bad. You should see this as something that is good. Because with what bots can do right now and what they're going to be able to do in the next, not 6 years, but 6 months, is going to revolutionize our industry. And that is good news for those of us who are prepared. And what do I mean by being prepared? That means we're more than just a bookkeeper. Yes, we'll always have our foundations of knowing the X's and O's, the debits and credits of bookkeeping. But what we have to do now is we have to innovate. We have to be able to say, okay, if I took away every single thing that I did right now, what would I do? How would I serve my clients? And I want to encourage you to start thinking about the difference between a need and a want. A need and a want. Here's what I mean by that. People need to have their tax returns prepared, but they want to save as much money on their taxes as possible, pay no tax liability, not have to think about their taxes. That's what they want. So the government is telling them that they need to have this. It's a requirement, but they want to not have to do it. They want to save taxes. They want to put themselves in a position where they don't even have to think about it. Now let's go into bookkeeping. What do they need? Well, they need to have bookkeeping. Why? Because the government says that you have to have clean books, obviously, for that tax return. Maybe a bank says that you have to have them. Maybe an insurance company. That's something that they need. But what is it that they truly want? Well, they want more profitability in their business. So think of an entrepreneur. They want more profit. They want more cash flow. They want to speed up their innovation. They want to speed up their business. All of these things are what a business owner wants. So as we start to innovate, one thing I want you to do is to say, if everything that I did today, bookkeeping wise, all the way up to preparing financial statements, everything except for the human interaction that I have with my clients and my team, what would I do? Okay. And then you ask yourself, the second part of that is, what is it my clients want? What is it that they truly want? Not what they need, but what they want. And these two things together can help us to formulate our new service offering. So think again, if a bot were to give you perfect financial statements, and I know some of you laugh at that, you will not be laughing here in about 6 months because there is so much change coming, and they're going to actually be able to do a better job than we can. And again, that is good news for you, because now what we want to do, instead of working against the bots, instead of working against technology, is that we want to work with it. We want it to be our assistant. So I have a virtual assistant. I could never, ever do without her. Beth, if you're listening to this, thank you for everything that you do. But I don't see that Beth as my competition. I see Beth as my collaborator. I see Beth as a complement to me and my business and the things that I need to do. And that's exactly what we should do when we're considering the bots, when we're considering artificial intelligence. It's going to mean a lot of great things. It's going to mean that you're not going to have to do the mundane tasks anymore, so that you can focus on doing those more exciting things. Now, it does also mean that you got to up your game when it comes to skills. And that's all a part of innovation. One of the big things is that we can never, ever stop learning. We always need to be learning those new skills. So how can we become more of our client's CFO, somebody who is charged with increasing cash flow, increasing the bottom line of their business? How can we do that? What skills do we need to learn? Do we need to learn budgeting? Maybe, maybe not. Do we need to learn forecasting? Do we need to learn financial ratios? What is it that we need to learn as skills? And I'll probably do a future episode where I break down those exact skills, what I feel are going to be the ones that clients are going to pay you handsomely for, things that they truly want, and not just things that they need. So I want to encourage you to do a couple of things. One of those two exercises that I've mentioned before. The other is to really start looking at things that are happening. Go to Google Trends and type in bookkeeping. And I want you to start looking at the things that are happening there. Set yourself up an alert so that when people pop in news, a lot of it is not really applicable, but stay in touch with all this. I try to do my best to communicate with you here on the I Love Bookkeeping show, but sometimes things I miss. As you can expect, there's so much coming at us right now. But set yourself up an alert. See what's happening, okay? Be active. As we mentioned in the previous show, I wanted you to go and find that mastermind, and that's how I find out all this stuff. Obviously, I do my own research as well, but the big things, I find out when I'm here at a mastermind and somebody has done something here, or somebody has started to use a new tool, and that is where innovation happens right there. So first thing we got to do is we got to be around those very smart people, and then we got to innovate. Okay, now in the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about reflection, because before I recorded these podcasts, that's what I've been doing. I've been reflecting over the previous year and setting up for the next year. Now, I did this in late December as well, and here it is January of 2020. But I want to go and I really just want to reflect on the things that are important, because I get so mired and bogged down with the day-to-day type of stuff. And it's great. Another thing, a benefit of getting away to that mastermind that we talked about, is that you get out of your routine. You block off that time. Just make sure that when you do that, that you're truly away from the office, that nobody can connect to you. There's no such thing as a bookkeeping an emergency. Okay. Just doesn't exist. So you can unplug for a week. Just make sure that you prepare your team if you have one, prepare your clients, and make sure that you plan ahead for this, but do it. Okay. So we'll talk about the power of reflection, how to go about doing that. So this is Ben Robinson. I want to thank you for listening to the I Love Bookkeeping show, and I'll see you in the next episode where, again, we talk about reflection. Head on over to ilovebookkeeping.com. There, you're going to find all of the shows, the notes, and some other great goodies that we have for you there. Now, if you'd like to be a guest on the I Love Bookkeeping show, there is a link that says Be a Guest. Go in there and we'll walk you through the process of getting on the show. And finally, to discover more about our programs, go to the courses page on the ilovebookkeeping.com site. There you have it, another great episode of I Love Bookkeeping. Thank you for being a proud listener, and thank you for being a bookkeeping professional. Enjoy the rest of your week.
I love bookkeeping. Here's a little shout to all my friends working hard at keeping the books. You want to change your life, you want to grow that biz, it's not as hard as it looks. Be a money guide, a profit coach, step up your game and see. You'll be working less and making more, and that's the way it's gonna be.